So I want to make a real quick video on how laser printing film, which is used mainly for screen printing, can also be used for DTF. Now, why in the world have I come to this situation is only because your boy is out of film. So right now I just don't have the film needed to be printing. So I want to make sure that I have something on the side to print with, because I don't want my printer to stop printing. And film's arriving today, so I'm not too worried. And what's the difference between these films? One's glossy, one's powder coated. They call this PET film, they call this transparency overhead projector film. Two different types of films. I'm not going to say either that this film would be made for printing. No. I'm saying it works, but it is not made for printing. You get these results just like when you're printing on the opposite side of your PET DTF film. You get that runny ink. Now, that's not going to work. But keep in mind, this didn't touch the heads. This had the ink printing. And honestly, I haven't even tried to use paper other than to unclear my, or unjam or unclear my, or actually not unclear, but clear my rollers coming out. So sometimes those will get like ink on them, and then taking a cardstock, running it through, will clean it out. You'll see a bunch of white ink typically. I don't know why it's always white, but the white ink will get all over from the rollers, and you completely clear it out from that cardstock. So if you stuck around long enough, that's going to be the first tip I'm giving you, which using cardstock will definitely clear that. So why am I using overhead projector transparency film? And I'm going to show you why. Because look at that. You can see that white perfect. And why is it so hard to see white on here but not here is because this is powder coated, which is already a white, and this is clear coat. So you see a lot more of the image on this. Not so much the yellow. The yellow I had to play with a little bit. Let's see how I can get that yellow visible for you. Let's put it over a white. Make sure I can see it first. Yeah, I can see it. You know, the yellow is the hardest one to see. Let's see here. I don't know why the yellow is the hardest to see, but that is just the case. You can see it. And it had me looking for a little bit, but you got white, white, black, yellow, and then right here you got that's going to be red and cyan, magenta and cyan. So what's nice though is that I can see my white is printing. And what do we got here? Well, we have two broken lines. So I reprinted it after a head cleaning. And then we have two broken lines, opposite sides. This is yesterday's print. Going into today's print, and keep in mind, boys and girls, I do have the film on the way today. Not worried, even though I did run out of film before I could finish my last job, and now I have to finish this on my new supply, which you should always have enough supplies for your job. Because let's say I had to wait a week to 2 weeks for some reason before it arrived, for whatever reason that would be, I would be shit out of luck because this was a rushed order. So the fact that it was a rushed order, I got to get it out in a timely manner, and people expect it in a certain amount of time. I had till the 20th, and just running it short pretty much. Now we got printer nozzle check. That's what we're going to do. So if everything's correct, this should just go right through. Should grab one of the sheets. I have like typically 3 in there. I like to keep around 3 sheets, which is a nice thick for the printer to grab it. I just did a head cleaning, so that means that the printer should have We just turned on the white mixing station, see that button right there, which is got all hardwired, and look at that white. The white is just so bright. Oh, there it is. So there's the yellow. You kind of have to hit it at the weirdest angle. Yeah, there it is. You can, let's go far away. Let's zoom in, see what happens. As you guys know, I'm getting better and better at these videos, but that doesn't mean that it is the best yet. So, yeah, that yellow is, oh, there it is. You can kind of see it. I don't want to play around. Oh, there it is. Hey, look at that yellow. So yeah, you can barely see the lines, but there they are right here. Yep. Well, that was tough to do. Okay, guys. What do we got here missing? It looks like everything is perfect. Wow, look how good that looks. So what am I gonna do? I think I'm gonna just leave that as is. I got a great print here. Looks like my red, or my magenta, my cyan, my white, my black, and can't really tell about the yellow, but I know my yellow's chilling. Why? Because you run a head cleaning, you just know everything's good and gravy. Until that image comes out and it's wrong, then you gotta figure that out. You print every day, you shouldn't have an issue though. Alright guys, so just to break it down, in this video I'm not saying to use this film. In fact, I'm saying this film is not going to work. But, and I'm going to tell you why this does work for a nozzle check, is because there's barely any ink that's run down on it. So you don't get that huge thick, nozzle compared to the other one, how this is like a bunch of thick ink. So it comes out all runny. This is just so thin, such thin lines that you don't really have to worry about that runny. It comes right off when you touch it, but just don't touch it. Alright guys, that's it. Take care. Have a good day. If you have any questions, throw it in the comments. Alright, Pisky, you're fine. Go now. Go now.